Hey, it's Pastor Dad. I'm Richard Flatt, and it's just awesome to see. I've already doubled the number of subscribers. Please subscribe. And today it's story time for, for lack of. I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read to you. Um, what I have here in hand is I Stand by the Door, the life of Sam Shoemaker, and he's one of the guys behind the foundation of the 12 steps. Let me just read you this quote here, where it says, I doubt any man in our generation has had a greater impact for God on the Christian world than did Samuel Shoemaker, a giant among men. Billy Graham. Billy Graham said that. And the first time I heard this, I'm going to read the poem, I Stand by the Door. And the first time I heard that, it was one of my profs at Multnomah, and he was a pastor, and he'd come to Christ later in life, and he'd gone through all sorts of stuff previously before he came to Christ. And he read this to us, and with tears in his eyes, he really wanted us to understand. And for me, I mean, this is my passion. This is my heart. This is my life. And sometimes as I'm running the Celebrate Recovery booth out on Sunday mornings, first Sunday of the month, and letting people know I'm out in the foyer. I'm by the door, and I'm thinking, yeah, this is my place. This is where I'm supposed to be, either on the inside of the door or on the outside of the door, but just to be there to be able to encourage people. And I've shared this a few times, and I think it's important enough to share with you folks today. And so I stand by the door. It says an apologia for my life, and I guess that would be what the reason for his life. And this is the reason for my life as well, my passion. I stand by the door. I neither go too far in nor stay too far out. The door is the most important door in the world. It is the door through which men walk when they find God, and there's no use my going way inside and staying there when there are so many still outside, and they, as much as I, crave to know where the door is. And all that so many ever find is only the wall where a door ought to be. They creep along the wall like blind men with outstretched, groping hands, feeling for a door, knowing there must be a door, yet they never find it. So I stand by the door. The most tremendous thing in the world is for men to find that door, the door to God. The most important thing any man can do is take hold of one of those blind, groping hands and put it on the latch that only clicks and opens to a man's own touch. Men die outside the door as starving beggars die on cold winter's nights in cruel cities in the dead of winter, die for want of what is within their grasp. They live on the other side of it, live because they have not found it. Nothing else matters compared to helping them find it and open it and walk in and find him. So I stand by the door. Go in, great saints, go all the way in, go way down into cavernous cellars and way up into spacious attics. It is a vast and roomy house, this house where God is. Go into the deepest hidden casements of withdrawal, of silence, of sainthood. Some must inhabit those inner rooms and know the depth and height of God and call out to the rest of us how wonderful it is. And sometimes I take a deeper look in and sometimes venture in a little farther, but my place seems closer to the opening, so I stand by the door. There is another reason I stand there. Some people get partway in and become afraid lest God and the zeal for his house devour them. For God is very great and asks all of us, and these people feel a cosmic claustrophobia. They want to get out. Let me out, they cry, and the people way inside only terrify them more. And someone must be by the door and tell them that they are spoiled for the old life. They have seen too much. Once tasted God, and nothing but God will do any more. Someone must be watching for the frightened, who seek to sneak out just the way they came in, and to tell them how much better it is inside. The people too far inside do not know how near these are to leaving preoccupied with the wonder of it all. Someone must watch for those who have entered the door but would like to run away. So for them too, I stand by the door. I admire the people who go way in, but I wish that they would not forget how it was before they got in, and then they would be able to help. The people who have not yet found the door, or the people who want to run away again from God. You can go in too deeply and stay too long and forget the people outside the door. As for me, I shall take my old accustomed place, near enough to God to hear him and know he is there, but it is not so far from men as not to hear them, and remember that they are there too. Where? Outside the door. Thousands of them, millions of them, but more important for me, one of them, two of them, 10 of them, whose hand I am intended to put on the latch. So I shall stand by the door and wait for those who seek it. I would rather be a doorkeeper. So I stand by the door.